Welcome to my channel, Pakistan Freedom. This platform was created to share the untold stories of our past, so that we can learn from them and build a better future. Today we will be talking about the events of 1947 and how they led to the creation of Bangladesh. When the British left India in 1947, there were two separate states formed. One was India, and the other was Pakistan. Pakistan consisted of two separate wings, which were located thousands of miles away from each other. The western wing was the one that we know today as Pakistan, and the eastern wing was called East Pakistan. At the time when Pakistan was created, there were many reasons for the British to be happy that they had finally left India. One of those reasons was that they had successfully planted a seed of hatred between the people of East and West Pakistan. East Pakistan had a majority of Muslims, whereas West Pakistan had a majority of non-Muslims. After independence, India also gained control over Kashmir, and the British were very happy that they left India with such a sensitive issue. To understand why India took control of Kashmir, we will have to go back to the year 1947. In the last days of the British Raj, Lord Mountbatten asked the rulers of princely states to choose between joining India or Pakistan, or remaining independent. The ruler of Kashmir, Maharaja Hari Singh, chose to remain independent. However, soon after he signed the instrument of accession with Pakistan, because he was unhappy with the way India was treating Kashmir. But by the next day, Indian forces had taken over the region, and an Indo-Pakistani war erupted. The United Nations intervened and decided to hold a plebiscite in Kashmir, where the people would vote on whether they wanted to join India or Pakistan. When the UN asked for international observers, they invited Lord Tweedsmuir, who was the Governor-General of Canada at that time. Lord Tweedsmuir suggested that since he could not be biased towards any state, he should be accompanied by two advisors. One of them was a Muslim, and the other was a Hindu. Those two individuals were Liaquat Ali Khan, who was the Prime Minister of Pakistan, and VP Menon, who was the Deputy Minister of India's Ministry of States. During their journey from Delhi to Srinagar, the summer capital of Kashmir, Menon shared his thoughts on what the outcome of the plebiscite would be, said that even if Pakistanis won the plebiscite, they wouldn't be able to keep Kashmir under their control, because India would always have the option of closing the border and cutting off food supplies. Tweedsmuir agreed with him. He, too, felt that India would be able to outplay Pakistan, and the fact that the Indian army was already present in the region. When Lord Twisselmeyer conveyed all of this to Ali, he was furious. He said that he did not want to continue with this mission anymore. Waslamir advised him to stay calm and think about the consequences of such a decision. When one becomes angry, one cannot speak wisely. Later, Ali Khan apologized for his behavior, but it was too late. By then, Tweedsmuir had decided to step down from his position. The post of the observer went to Sir Gurjabhaj Pai, who was an Indian civil servant. It is alleged that India bribed him for $1 million. He returned the report to the United Nations, saying that the plebiscite could not be held in its entirety due to the outbreak of smallpox. He further stated that the only solution to this problem was to let Kashmir remain under Indian administration until order was restored. With this decision, India officially took control of Kashmir. Even though the United Nations called this a temporary arrangement, it has been 72 years since then, and still India has not returned Kashmir to Pakistan. When Pakistan lost Kashmir, they were desperate to gain another territory. That was the reason they launched Operation Searchlight on March 1948. Their plan was to invade and take control of the neighboring state of Assam. The Pakistani army moved towards Assam, but they couldn't do anything because the Indian army was prepared to defend itself. On the other side, Indian troops were eager to capture more land, but they too couldn't do anything because the United Nations had called for a ceasefire. This made both countries restless. They needed an outlet for all that aggression. For Pakistan, East Pakistan was that outlet. They started claiming that the people of East Pakistan were being mistreated in India. As mentioned earlier, the British had successfully instilled communal tensions between the people of these two regions. Therefore, the people of East Pakistan believed that Pakistan was their only hope. Leaders from Pakistan visited East Pakistan and told the Muslims there that Pakistan was ready to take them in and give them the freedom of religion. Soon after, millions of Muslims from East Pakistan migrated to West Pakistan. Those who stayed back suffered persecution. The Hindu population was also targeted. They fled East Pakistan and moved to India. Around 14 million people had to leave their homes and migrate. This migration continues even today. Every year, around 200,000 people cross the border and move to the other side. After the partition of India, the Indian government nationalized all the princely states, meaning they took control of everything from trade to transportation. This move was heavily criticized in Pakistan because it ruined the economy of East Pakistan. Now that it was separated from the rest of India, East Pakistan could not trade freely with other states. They needed permission from India for that. Ever since the creation of Pakistan, the relationship between India and East Pakistan had been tense. There were border disputes, refugee crises, and talks of secession. These issues continued to deteriorate until the 1960s, when things began to change. In 1958, Ayub Khan overthrew the government of Ibrahim Ismail Chundregar and established martial law in Pakistan. In 1962, the government of India and the government of Pakistan fought a war over the region of Rann of Kutch. Both of them wanted to expand their territory. Another reason behind the war was that the governments of Pakistan wanted to divert their people's attention from internal issues to external ones. The result of this war was that Pakistan had to return the captured territory along with an additional 1,800 square miles of land. This was humiliating for Pakistan. President Ayub Khan wanted to take revenge on India, and he saw an opportunity when the Chinese attacked India in 1965. Ayub Khan immediately jumped into action and ordered the Pakistani army to attack India. The war lasted 12 days, during which the Indian Air Force bombed the city of Lahore. This attack killed 200 civilians and destroyed 40 aircraft. One of those aircraft belonged to Major Raja Aziz Bhate, who was the only pilot from Pakistan who managed to shoot down an Indian plane and bring it back to the base. He was awarded the Nishan-e-Haider for his bravery, which is the highest military award in Pakistan. Despite his success, the war ended with the Tashkent Agreement, which was basically a ceasefire between India and Pakistan. After the war, relations between East and West Pakistan got even worse. People in East Pakistan felt that the war had been imposed on them without their consent. The economic conditions of the province worsened because now India refused to trade with them. A famine struck East Pakistan in 1967. Millions of people died of starvation. President Ayub Khan tried his best to hide the news of the famine from the world. He wanted to save his image. Ayub Khan stepped down from power in 1969. There were protests across East Pakistan. People wanted independence from both India and Pakistan. Soon the army took control of the situation. They killed hundreds of protesters. Things calmed down for a while, but the tension never faded away. In 1971, the government of Pakistan passed the constitution. According to this constitution, Pakistan was to become a democratic state. Elections were announced throughout the country, including East Pakistan. People voted for their favorite political parties, but when the results were announced, it seemed as if the government had rigged the election. Sheikh Mujibur Rahman's Awami League had won most of the seats from East Pakistan, but the government didn't allow them to form the government. Instead, they gave the majority to the Pakistan People's Party, which was based in West Pakistan. People of East Pakistan protested against this decision. They wanted their votes to be counted. The army was called in again. Soon there was a full-scale war going on between the people of East Pakistan and the Pakistani army. Within 3 days, the Pakistani army had lost control of East Pakistan. On March 26, 1971, Sheikh Mujibur Rahman declared that East Pakistan was no longer a part of Pakistan, and it had become an independent country. 3 days later, India recognized this new country. Its name was Bangladesh. On March 27, 1971, the Constituent Assembly of Bangladesh adopted the Constitution of Bangladesh, declared Bangladesh as a sovereign, independent, and democratic republic. Sheikh Mujibur Rahman became the president of the country. From that day onwards, Bangladesh has celebrated March as its Independence Day. That's all from my side for today. If you liked this video, then please give it a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss any of our videos. Thank you, and see you next time.